What if you're playing against really good players? And you know they're really good?
Well, then,
Would you go to 3?
they'll double.
Well, I know.
Yeah, they've gotta have the goods to double you though.
Yeah.
So,
I'm reading this book. Wow. Very impressive. It's really good, actually. Never been
Right.
okay to erase this stuff? It is, I know, and it is all within that table. I want to talk in our last bit of a couple more things. I want to talk about Jan, I'm sure, has been waiting all day for this. We want to talk about a free bid. This is Jan's new favorite thing. She likes to talk about free bids.
Now that I know what it is.
Yeah. And to give the rest of you the benefit of some of the discussion that we have had recently, a free bid just means you're bidding in a situation where you don't have to. Remember, a partner makes a takeout double and your right-hand opponent passes, you've got to deal with this takeout double. You must bid something. You must take it out, right? That is not a free bid. You are pretty much forced to bid. A free bid would define a situation in which you're bidding and you're off the hook. You don't necessarily have to. So maybe it's a situation like this. So your left-hand opponent opens a diamond, partner makes the takeout double. Your right-hand opponent bids a heart. Now you've got this 6-point hand. You've got a singleton heart, singleton in your right-hand opponent's suit. That's probably worth something. You do have a known 8-card or better spade fit, right? Because partner made a takeout double of a diamond. So we know partner has at least 3-card spade support over there. It may have 4 spades. On the other hand, you only have 6 points. Do you have to bid? No. Because your right-hand opponent bet a heart, you have been freed from your obligation to respond to the takeout double. But we deal with a different question. Should you bid? And I would say, yes, with this hand I think you should. It's a little light, but do you not still have 1 spade available to you? And if this hand had another king in it or ace in it, could you not still jump to 2 spades? The same thing you would have done had right-hand opponent not bid the heart? You still have all of your bids available to you. That 1 heart bid on your right took nothing away. You could still bid any number of spades that you want. The opponents have taken nothing away from you. So my feeling is that 1 spade should show a hand like this. I think the most important element of this hand is the 5th spade. Your 1 spade bid here is a free bid. You have bid in a situation where you were not required to bid. And I think you should. And I don't think that partners should take you for a much better hand than what you have. I want to compete, right?
But it's because of distribution.
It's distribution, but I think more than that. Part of it is the singleton heart, but I think the most important part of this is your king, queen, 10, 5th of spades. Your guaranteed 8-card and possible 9-card spade fit. And this looks like one of those hands where everybody at the table is going to bid, where the high card, if we take partners takeout double with our 6 points, left-hand opponents opening with right-hand opponents at least presumably 6 points to have responded, it looks to me like the deck is pretty evenly divided. How do we feel about this hand? We feel probably nobody has a game, and this is going to be a part score battle. And if we're going to have a part score battle, and I have the boss suit, I want to get it into the auction. Plus, if partners should end up on lead, we don't know who's going to declare the hand and who's going to end up on lead. If partners should end up on lead, I would like a spade lead when I have king, queen, 10.
So why wouldn't you go to 2 spades right away?
Because I think that would show a slightly better hand, right?
With distribution, you've got, what, 8 points?
It wouldn't be totally unreasonable, but I feel like 1 spade is a better description. I think probably the most important thing about one spade is I feel like it shows 5 spades. If I had only king, queen, fourth, I might just pass with a 6 king.
And what if you had a 6 spade?
6 spade, I might be upgrading and jumping to 2 spades. I don't know that I'd go all the way to 3. Again, I feel like game is unlikely. We also don't know entirely how useful that singleton heart is. I mean, it could be that our right-hand opponent has most of the heart honors, and maybe the heart shortness is a good thing. On the other hand, what if our right-hand opponent bid a heart on jack fourth, and our partner, the takeout doubler, has something like king queen fourth? Is that a good holding opposite our singleton? Not really. That's wastage, right? I mean, as far as our heart shortness is concerned, in an ideal world, partner would either have the ace or have very little wasted in hearts. And cards like the king of hearts and the queen of hearts tend to not be as useful opposite our shortness, because we figure, well, we get rough hearts if we need to deal with heart losers, right? So, but I do want to get involved in the auction. So yeah, so that is a free bid, and if we make the hand a little weaker, now had right-hand opponent not bid a heart, we would respond to partner's takeout double with 1 only spade, right? Because now this hand's not quite as good. And in this case, with only 4 points, and righty having bid here and taken me off the hook, now I will pass. Because I think that is a little too weak for a free bid. And now I think it's going to take something, for me to want to get involved and bid the spades now, it's going to take something like a second double from partner. You know, perhaps showing a little better hand, or even if the opening bidder raised to 2 hearts and it came back around to me, I would probably balance 2 spades at that point and not sell out to 2 hearts. But at least partner will have gotten the picture because we didn't take a free bid the first time. They're like, oh, I got you. You got a pretty weak hand. You just don't want to sell out to 2 hearts. You want to try 2 spades. I mean, you do have a guaranteed 8-card spade fit, right? You just don't have as many points. Don't have as many weapons to fight with this time, but still might not want to sell out to 2 hearts. So that is the free bid. So kind of while we're on this topic of free bids, I do want to discuss a little bit as we wrap up today about the takeout doubler's second bid. Because there are a couple things that go with this. And in particular, we want to look at the takeout doubler's second bid when you have responded to the double minimally. So let's take an auction like this. So the opponent's opened a club. We made a takeout double. The response to the takeout double for our side was 1 spade. So here's the warning, right? This is a fairly weak hand. Maximum about 8 high card points because there was no jump, right? And now the takeout doubler has raised to 2 spades. What kind of hand do we expect the takeout doubler to have here? It's on your chart somewhere.
Yes. A good 15 to 18
This is like
points.
0 to 7 over here, right? This is
Oh,
0
I
to,
see.
0 to 7 or 8.
Never mind.
Yes, what I want to know is what does the takeout doubler's hand look like?
It's
And
good,
and we're mainly looking at strength here, like high cards.
15 to 18.
Okay. All right, this should be probably at the minimum 15. On the upper end, yeah, maybe 18. Most of the time, probably good 15 to 17, you know, something that would be in the no trump strength range. Why does this, and this is a free bid. Specifically, it is a free raise, right?
Oh.
You didn't have to bid 2 spades. Your partner bid 1 only spade in response to your double. Your partner said, hey, I don't have much. And you raised anyhow. Should you be doing that with a 12-point takeout double? No. You pass. And then if you want, if the opponents don't sell out to 1 spade, then you can compete to 2 spades later if you want. But you pass, because where are you going? If you made a takeout double with 12 and partner has max 8, where are you going? You don't have a game, right? So you express that with a pass. So if you freely raise to 2 spades here, you're showing a better hand. You're saying, hey, there's a possibility of game. Now, you need partner to be toward the upper end of that 1 spade, right? I mean, if you're 15 to 17, you're pretty much telling partner, you're saying, yeah, you're raised to 2 spades, not forcing by any means. But you're saying, hey, if you're at the upper end, if you've got a decent 7 or 8, we probably should play 4 spades, because my hand is better than a minimum takeout double. But it is not forcing. We could also have this, by the way. You could jump. Not forcing, but very close to it. So if you were to jump, if you were to double and then jump raise partner's suit, again, remember, partner has shown nothing, partner can have 0. If you jump raise partner's suit, I think what you're saying is, partner, if you have a trick, we need to be in 4 spades. If I see this auction, the jump to 3 spades, if I'm sitting over here, if I have any ace or king, I'm bidding again. Because your partner is basically saying, hey, I've got something that looks like a 2-club opener over here, very close to it. I need so little from you to make a game. And again, you can pass if you are totally broke over there, but. So yeah, so we can have our jump, we can have our free raise, and we can have our jump raise to show better hands. Now, there is one piece to this that is a little different. And this may be the hard part of this to remember. All right, let's say the opening bidder isn't just passing. Let's say the opening bidder rebids their clubs. Okay, this is a realistic scenario. And you make a free bid now of 2 spades. What is this?
Minimum, we just didn't want to sell out for 2 clubs.
All right, so this is an exception. This is strictly competitive. All you are promising is 4 spades, because that's all your partners promised, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you shouldn't make the free bid here with only 3. If your takeout double only had 3 spades and it's minimal, you should pass because partner gets another chance to bid. And that's how you say, you know, because you're not competing to 2 spades, you're saying, hey partner, I didn't have 4 cards in this major, so I'm going to leave the next decision to you. And then if your partner has a 5th spade and they want to compete to 2 spades, they can. So this free bid here, and remember, this kicks in only when that opening bidder makes another bid. This is just competitive. You're no longer showing 15 to 17. So that's the part that's a little bit tricky. What do you do if you have the better hand? Now you may have to jump to show that hand, which is not ideal, but we need to be able to make a distinction. Again, you can't do everything that you want to do. And your strongest action of all, by the way, here would be to cube. So if you have a huge hand for spades, you could theoretically bid 3 clubs. That would be maybe the hand that jump raised before. So yeah, these are all little adjustments that we have to make in competition, and to help partner make good competitive decisions. So I think the most important thing, because your takeout double doesn't promise 4-4 in the majors when they open a minor like this is an opportunity for you to say, yeah, partner, we do in fact have an 8-card spade fit, versus Now, maybe it was only a 7-card fit. I'm gonna pass this around to you and see what you wanna do.
And is this one where if they cube it to 3 clubs, if you truly are broke, you just go back to 3 spades, but if you have an
Yeah.
ace or king, you'll jump to the 4?
Yeah. If partner were to cube it 3 clubs, and it's funny, I had a hand, I remember years ago playing a hand like this at a tournament in Michigan. And they had opened the bidding, and my partner made a takeout double. And I had garbage. I had nothing. I had 0 or 1 point. And my longest suit was diamonds. I didn't have a major. So I bid diamonds as cheaply as possible. And partner cube bid. And I went back to diamonds at the cheapest level. I said, go away. And partner bid again. We ended up in 5 diamonds. Turns out I caught partner with a 2 club opener, and he had ace, king, queen, jack, 5th of diamonds. So we were in a good spot. We did in fact have a diamond game. But he got a couple rounds of bidding to torment me before getting us to game. You know, showing the massive hand that he had along the way, but I was broke. We weren't going anywhere. So, you know, we did well to get to 5 diamonds. So, you know, we can do that. Remember, you know, you can always, if you want to keep forcing, if you really want to push, that Q-bid is an opportunity for you. Remember also, something that we didn't talk about today, although this came up very recently, I think it came up for us. Let's talk about this auction. So I made a takeout double, you bid a spade, and now I corrected to a no trump. What do I, the takeout doubler, have?
You were too strong to open a 1 no trump.
Too strong to overcall 1 no. This shows, and this, by the way, this is what throws the people who make that mistake of making the minimum off-shape takeout double, this is where they get into trouble. Let's say, you know, because what I see sometimes is, we looked at the hand earlier where we said you shouldn't make a takeout double because you have a doubleton spade, but then you mistakenly make the takeout double anyhow, and of course partner bids the suit you can't support, and you think, oh, I'll just wiggle out of this by going back to no trump. You can't do that. You have just shown 19 to 21 with a club stopper.
I feel the need to tell them to start hoping that I had my bid.
I always hope that partner has their bid. I hope partner has bid when I play with Bonnie, and she's got 6,000 points. I'm always in doubt. I worry about all my partners having their bids. I worry about me having my bid. So yeah, so that is your big balance into, and the idea is, if you had a club stopper in 15 to 18, you should have overcalled 1 no the first time, not double. So double followed by no trump. And remember, there are times where you might have, like, what if they open a spade? And you have a balance 19 or 20 kind of thing. Well, now partner may be bidding 2 clubs or 2 diamonds or something like that, and you've got to correct to 2 now. So sometimes you have to go to the 2 level. Not ideal, but that's what you have to do to show your
If you
big
have
balance.
a balanced hand and 18 points, and you're in first or second, you're not overcalled. Can you just cheat and bid no trump? Because it's supposed to be 15 to 17.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one to underbid. About the only balanced 18 that I would downgrade, if I had 4 triple 3 and like no spot cards, no 10s, no 9s,
Okay.
you might downgrade that and open only 1 no.
But you wouldn't use this with the 18.
No, but remember, you're talking about opening. You're talking about a no trump opening, rather than an overcall. And we usually stretch out that no trump range by a point on the overcall,
Right.
because it just works out after the opponents have opened the bidding. It just works out better for us if we can expand that range a bit,
Right.
since we're maybe a little less likely to go to game. So, if you don't mind hanging on for a moment, I have one last concept that you probably have never heard. But in case you have not encountered this, I'd like to throw it your direction, something to think about, something to talk about with your partners.